Boom, team, what's happening? Today we have the alt dumbbell snatch. Just gonna grab on that dumbbell, throw it up, grab it with the other hand, throw it up. Yeah, throw a little twist in there sometimes, grab. Just kidding, just kidding. Do not try that one at home. That could get a little bit dicey. Don't want anybody doing that one. The alt dumbbell snatch, alt short for alternating, is taking the dumbbell from the ground to over your head with good form and technique, because no matter what the haters out there say, we care about that. And we're gonna go over how to do that. It can also be done from the hang, but alternating, we are gonna switch the movement. We're gonna switch it by CrossFit standards. As they said, it should be done below your head. You can do it in midair. It just has to be done right about here as you pass through, not up above your head. They don't wanna be held liable if somebody conks out with the dumbbell dropping on their head. It's not their fault. But if it hits you in your face, that's okay. Just kidding. We're gonna talk about the points of performance, how to do it correctly. And remember, we're always about form before we go for speed. But this is a movement that is built around speed, not as much strength. Should be something you can rip out 20 or 30 reps with. Dumbbells on the ground. You're gonna set it up so you're standing directly over the dumbbell, feet about in the squat stance. You're going to hinge over and drop the hips down, similar to how you would start a snatch or a clean. Profile, if I was going this way, down in this position. So I'm getting the quads involved as I stand. I'm also getting that hinge and always protecting my low back. Now, as this comes back down to the ground, people usually tend to let the dumbbell control them against the rules, against what you should be doing. Not against the rules, but not what you should be doing. That's a recipe for disaster. So as you come down, you're in control. You're always braced through your core. So a couple reps would look like this. I bring that dumbbell up, and then as I come down, I switch, tap, bring it up. Switch, tap, bring it up. The alternating dumbbell snatch. Now, here's some progressions. Drop it to my shoulder, and then switch off on that pass a little bit easier. As I come down, this is what's gonna want to happen with your body. Carry you, round it back, and then stay high, okay? That's what we want to avoid, all right? If you're gonna be high in the hip, you have to keep that flat back. And you should drop down a little bit at the hip so you can drive into that floor. This is hard though. This is a burner on the quads. It's hard to hinge over in that position. It's much easier to just flop down to the ground with that sloppy position and not a tight core. But that's not what we want. Perfect practice is what we want. So, as I stand over the dumbbell, I'll go over a couple more. We did the shoulder switch, or you can switch in midair. The other difference, the two other different types would be either a muscle snatch, which I was doing. So I'm gonna stand up and extend my knees one time, or I'm gonna stand up and extend my knees and then drop back underneath and stand. So similar to a power snatch versus a muscle snatch. So here would be the power. Set up, hips down. Eyesight is another important thing. I'm trying to gaze like just out in front of me, right? Not up at the sky and not way down. So I'm kind of promoting that jump that would not get an open hip. I'm trying to gaze out in front of me, and as I come up, I'm open, keeping my spine nice and neutral. Here. So that's that double knee bend. Come down and switch. Double knee bend. Muscle snatch. And that is the alt dumbbell snatch. When you're done, you always stand the dumbbell up and then try to balance on top. Still got it. Don't try that one at home either. Great way to twist the ankle.